My name is Dodd and welcome to Flight School 3. This is the third video of my Flight School video series. Flight School, the basics, was designed to teach the basics in dual-lane flying and is responsible for helping literally thousands of flyers worldwide. After the success of this video, I was invited to Europe to conduct training classes. This was the first professional sport kite instruction ever done, and it was called European Flight School 94. I had no idea how or what I was going to teach when I first arrived there in England for that tour, but because the students in that first class were so easy to teach and eager to learn, they made my job of teaching very smooth and pleasurable. I used some of my old practice exercises I used to use for competition, added some new ones, and mainly used common sense, if you can believe it. Before the end of that first class, I had developed a 6-step progressive learning practice system that really works. As soon as I returned to the U.S., I filmed my new methodology for teaching, and this became Flight School 2, the system. The overwhelming success of this Flight School 2 triggered Flight School World Tour 95. That took me to 7 different countries, teaching over 200 students. That's a total of 350 so far, not as much as McDonald's, but we're getting there. I want to thank all of you I have had the pleasure of flying with, and for inviting me into your living rooms with my videos. Today we will concentrate on tricks. First, we will quickly review the snap stall, the basis for all moves. The snap stall landing, the vertical spike, and the horizontal spike, not to be confused with a horizontal pop. These 4 moves are directly related to each other. The best way I found to learn is to practice this first group first, and when that group is mastered, then move on to the next group. The second group of tricks is the axle group. You should already know how to execute the axle from Flight School 2. Just in case, we will review the axle and then learn the axle takeoff, the coin toss, half axle, and the cascade. To get us ready for flat spins and double axles, we will review the overhead helicopter. The last group contains the pancake, belly launch, flat spin, and the 540 flat spin. After that, we will explore combination tricks, combining tricks learned from this video and other moves learned from the previous videos. For example, a side slide to an axle or coin toss. But for now, let's get started with the first group, snap stall. To make explanations easier, instead of using the words left and right to explain hand movement, I will use the terms inside hand and outside hand. Instead of saying fly kite from left to right, I will say fly kite horizontally across the window. This terminology allows you to practice the lesson with your comfortable direction first. So if you're right-handed and you fly your kite to the left side of the window, you can do all your moves on that side or vice versa. So then once you know that move on that side, you can then practice in the opposite direction. So if you fly your kite horizontally to the left side of the window, the kite's on the left side, your right hand is now the inside hand because it's the inside in relationship to the center of the window. Your left hand is the outside hand. If you fly your kite to the right side of the window, as soon as it crosses the center part, your left hand is the inside, and this is your outside hand. So let's get started. For the snap stall, fly the kite horizontally across the wind window. When it gets near the edge, pull with the inside hand, release with the outside hand, and then release both of those hands quickly to neutral, and that will give you a good snap stall. Remember to pull inside hand first, then push outside hand, returning both hands to a neutral or together position quickly. In higher winds, you must be more aggressive and move forward, reducing air pressure on the kite. Snap landing. The snap landing is an exaggerated snap stall. What we're going to do is fly the kite nose down towards the ground, about 5 foot off the ground. We're going to pull with the inside hand, which rotates that around, release with the outside hand, and right as it becomes parallel, we're going to bring those 2 hands to neutral quickly and walking forward, and that gives us our landing. Pull inside hand, more than you did on the snap stall. Push outside hand to return both to neutral quickly. In higher winds, you must be more aggressive and walk or run forward. Practice near the edge of the window first. Horizontal spike. horizontal spike, fly the kite horizontally across the window. As it passes center, pull with the inside hand first and starts the rotation up. Just a small pull. Now pull harder with the outside hand, which is going to bring this wing towards you, and release with the inside hand, causing the kite to spike. Try this move above the ground a few times and then bring it down closer and spike. The idea is to pull the downwing toward you while pushing the upwing away. This drives the downwing into the ground for the spike. Let's watch that again. This time, pay attention to my hand movement. A slight setup move can be used. Vertical spike. For the vertical spike, fly the kite, nose down towards the ground, pull with the inside hand to start the rotation. As the kite makes the rotation right here, you want to pull with the outside hand, pulling that wing towards you, releasing with the inside wing, causing the kite to spike into the ground. In lighter winds, speed up kite by pulling back both hands. As you pull inside hand to complete the rotation, it helps to push outside hand. Then pull outside hand towards you as you push inside hand away. Let's watch again. The snap stall is not only used to set up for an axle, but also perfect for accenting and expressing beats in music for ballet competition. The snap landing is also perfect for showing stops and breaks in music. Multiple snap stalls used in conjunction with dramatic music is very impressive. Spikes at the right time show timing and control and add excitement to any routine. Axle. A quick review of the axle. We're going to execute a good snap stall on the edge of the window. Now we're going to take the outside hand, we're going to push it forward. What this does is changes the angle of the kite and actually brings the nose forward towards you. We're going to be pulling and actually pulling on the top part of the bridle. So now we're going to pull with the outside hand and release with the inside hand. It causes the kite to go through the axle, turn on its belly, come all the way around, and then put both hands together, take the slack out of the line, and that's the axle. Snap stall, setup move by pushing outside hand slightly, then pull outside hand semi-aggressively while pushing inside hand to allow wing to rotate. Move forward, take slack out of the line when axle is completed. Let's watch that one again. Axle takeoff. For the axle takeoff, all we have to do is with the kite landed on the left side of the wind window, we're going to pull the inside wing towards us about 3 inches, just a little bit like that. Now what I want you to do is take your inside hand and pull it sharply, which is going to bring the kite off the ground. Both wings are going to be off just for a split second. Now I want you to execute an axle starting with the outside hand, which is going to go right into an axle, and that's the axle takeoff. The timing in between the first and second pull is key on larger kites. This spacing is slower than smaller kites. Ensure wings are clear of the ground before initiating axle with the outside hand. Coin toss. The coin toss is basically a half axle. What we're going to do is go up into a wingtip stand on the left side of the window. You should already know how to do that. Now, let the kite start to fall forward, and right about here, I want you to pull on the outside hand, release with the inside hand, which will cause the kite to go into a half axle. Depending on the amount of wind, it'll either go into another wingtip stand or it'll launch. You can also do that the opposite way. You can pull the kite up onto the outside wingtip, pull with the inside hand, go into your half axle, and that will give you a launch. Pull outside wing until kite comes onto the inside wingtip. Allow to rotate. When kite passes center, pull outside hand while releasing inside. This one shows a slide to a wingtip stand or a coin toss. To reverse coin toss, simply reverse the procedure, tossing to the outside. Half axle. For the half axle, I want you to fly the kite horizontally across the window until it slows down, lack of wind in the sail. Now I want you to release your inside hand just a little bit. Now I want you to pull it towards you while releasing the outside hand, causing the kite to go into an axle type of a move. Now when it comes out, the nose is going to be pointing to the opposite direction. That's a half axle. Different kites require different setup moves. In this case, I pull downwing towards me slightly, then pull upwing aggressively while pushing the downwing away. This action allows the wing to rotate. Cascade. For the cascade, the easiest way to do this is fly the kite to the top of the window through an axle. It'll probably come out with the nose pointing to one side of the window or the other. As soon as that nose is pointing to the side, I want you to pull on the upwing, release with a downwing, and the kite will change directions. As soon as that nose points to the other way, to the other side, I want you to pull on the upwing, release with a downwing, and it'll go into another half axle. Do this all the way down until it hits the ground. As you can see, a setup move like the one we did on the half axle helps. Timing is crucial. Smaller kites are easier because they recover from the half axle quickly. To reduce sail pressure, move forward during this trick. By the way, you don't have to hit the ground. Spin axle. For the spin axle, simply fly the kite to the edge of the wind and execute either an up or a down spin. In this case, we're going to do an up spin. As soon as those wings become parallel, I want you to hit an axle, just like we showed you before, and that's just a combination move. The setup is in the spin. Clockwise spin, use your right hand. Counterclockwise spin, use left hand. A series of half axles close to the ground is very impressive when done to the music during ballet. Half axles allow us to change directions very quickly and can be combined with other moves as well. Spin axles are another way of expressing beats or breaks in a song. With the correct timing, combining spin axles with cascades gives the flyer more flexibility in interpreting the music. Cascades are useful for depicting fast rhythms and strange bridges in your musical selection. Mix up your entry to cascade using half axles, axles, and spin axles. Coin tosses are very exciting to watch and add thrills to any ballet performance. Axles still have their place and work well, especially well when using an old standard like the extended stall from a snap stall, then an axle at the right beat. Try experimenting with fast range groundwork like this one and see what you can come up with. Overhead helicopter and double axle. Fly kite overhead. Pull with either hand and move yourself under the kite, ensuring lines stay under kite's belly and do not wrap around the wing. Extend opposite hand to allow wing to rotate. Top off with an axle or whatever else you desire to spice it up a little bit. For the double axle, fly to the top outside edge, snap, stall, or stall with wings parallel. Initiate a smooth but firm axle using outside hand. Move forward like the helicopter, keeping lines under the kite. Extend hands if needed. Wing wrap recovery. Sometimes the line wraps around the wing. To save walking and your score during competition, simply determine which line is caught. Pull slightly on that same line to pull that wing a little towards you. Then pull or jerk down and out or up and out until line becomes free. I like to add a little ground trick to sort of cover up the mistake. Let's watch that again in slow-mo. Pancake belly pop-up launch. For the pancake, what we're going to do is fly the nose down towards the ground. Right before it hits, we're going to extend both arms evenly forward. What this does is points the nose away from us, the belly towards the ground right before it hits, and that is a pancake landing. The belly launch, kite on the ground, nose pointing away from us. What we're going to do is pull with both lines at the same time. That's going to put air underneath that trailing edge. But we're going to give more emphasis to the outside hand, which is going to pull the outside wing, which is now pointing inside. It's going to point that towards the center of the window. We're going to pull back, pull it up, it catches air in the wing and launches. The pancake and belly launch is good practice for flat spins and dramatic when used during ballet. Launch towards the center of the window. Now that you can pancake and belly takeoff, fly to the extreme edge and aggressively pancake, allowing nose to slightly point towards center. Simply pull back and up aggressively with inside hand, causing the kite to pop back into the window. To spice this move up, simply add a trick. Flat spin. For the flat spin, fly the kite with the nose going down towards the ground. Release both hands quickly, causing the kite to flatten out. I want you to abruptly stop the outside hand, which will cause the kite to turn. That's a flat spin. Demonstrating on the left side of the window, pancake abruptly, stopping the outside hand and extending the inside hand. This is also a good variation landing. 540 flat spin. The 540 flat spin is basically a pancake done about 5 foot above the ground. What we're going to do is fly the kite nose down towards the ground on the left edge of the window. Now, we're going to be using the left hand as your executing hand, so I want you to point the nose slightly in towards center. Now, push both hands forward, causing the belly to flatten out. Left hand is your executing hand, which causes the kite to go through the 180-degree spin. Walk forward on the kite or run forward, keeping the line slack, allowing the kite to spin the second time, 360 degrees. 360 plus the 180 equals 540. Now, on the right side of the window, still using the left hand as the executing hand, what I want you to do is the same thing, but this time I want you to point the nose out. Both hands forward, left hand executing, 180, run forward on the kite, spins the second time, 360, 540. Now you can do them on both sides of the window. Speeding up the kite and then aggressively pushing both hands forward, abruptly stopping initiating hand. effectively pancakes the kite and starts the rotation. If using left hand as shown, slightly point nose right, allowing air pressure on the sail to help spin the kite. Remember to keep slack in the lines and extend right hand during the spin. If using right hand, point nose left and extend left hand during the spin. Pancakes and belly launches not only work well with bridge in the music, but also as an opening or closing. The pop-up is useful as both a recovery and a beat expression. Here's a pancake and belly launch using the maestro. The flap spin to a landing also works well. .540s not only show a high skill level, but also choreography when done at the right time with the right music. And here's a great view of a 540 flat spin. Now we know how to spike, axle, coin toss, half axle, cascade, and flat spin. And from your previous flying skills in Flight School 2, you should know how to fly smooth circles, precision geometric figures, and execute tight spins, and spin landings, and side slides. Combining all of these skills together allows us to come up with combination tricks. Your imagination is your only boundary to what you can achieve. Practice, experiment, and have fun. Now let's take a look at some cool moves we can achieve simply by combining tricks and flying we already know. Side slide to an axle. For a side slide to an axle, simply side slide the kite. You should know that from Flight School 2. Pull a little bit on the inside wing. See, now we have that change of degree of an angle there. Now execute it with the outside hand, and that gives us a side slide to an axle. Use only outside hand for a good slide, then set up and execute with that same hand. Side slide to a coin toss. Now for the side slide coin toss, it's all we have to do is from Flight School 2, you should know how to do the side slide. Angle it down towards the ground. When the wingtip hits the ground, let it rotate and then execute a coin toss, just like you already know how to do. And that's another combination move. To achieve a down angle, use your inside hand to help guide the wing to a spike. Allow outside wing to rotate and then coin toss with outside hand. Combining all the tricks you know gives you an unlimited amount of combination tricks. I like combining groundwork like the axle takeoff, coin toss, and whatever else comes along. Here is a side slide to the coin toss again, with a half axle thrown in. Combining tricks also helps cover up mistakes. Now you know why learning the cartwheel and other ground launches from Flight School 2 is so important. Here is a large axle to a turtle. Remember to walk forward, allowing the nose to tip back, then pull to recover from turtles. Here's another one. I like to add cascades and half axles to spice them up a little. Here's another cartwheel with a series of groundwork to landings. This works very nice during fast passages in music. Well, that concludes another flight school. I hope you enjoyed the video, and for that matter, my complete video series. I love making and producing them, and I have appreciated and used your feedback and comments to help me make these instructional videos helpful and hopefully easy to understand. I would like to thank you for your continued support with both the videos and my hands-on training course, Flight School World Tour. The schools and tapes are available worldwide. Just ask your favorite sport guide dealer for information and keep an open eye for more videos coming soon. Finally, I would like to say a large Dankeschön to HQ Kites of Germany for making Flight School 3 tricks, Flight School World Tour, and my own production kite, the Jam Session, possible. Take care, good luck, keep practicing, and I hope to see you on a flying field soon. Bye-bye.